Is Stratis getting ready to moon, and will Obsidian follow? Satoshi value versus USD value. Microwave crypto versus undervalued crypto. All that and more in a second. Let's give it a few minutes to let the live stream fill up, and we'll take off. Hope you guys are enjoying your day out there today. Yesterday was a little bloody for the altcoins as far as Satoshi value. On CoinMarketCap is stating that, we're up a few percentages in a few different coins, but that's USD value. But we'll talk about that. So I'm going to give it a second, share this link out. You guys can do the same. Everybody hit that like button so more people can find the stream and join the chase with us. Honey all around me. Yes, yes. So like I said, everybody hit that like button. Help other people find the stream. All right, so we got a few viewers. So let us take off. What is up, guys? What is up? What is up, Chase That Coin family? So I want to get into a few different things today. The first thing that I want to get into is Stratis getting ready to take off, and will Obsidian follow? Now, the reason that I think Obsidian will follow Stratis, I think Obsidian's getting ready to take off on its own path anyway. They do have a working product, but it is a fork of Stratis. All right, so usually in cryptocurrency, like a privacy coin will take off, say a Monero or a Zcash, and along down the chain, the other smaller privacy coins also get the spillover. So that it wouldn't surprise me if Obsidian got the spillover. All right, so quickly, matter of fact, let's talk about the Stratis trade and Obsidian, and then we'll review the Litecoin trade that I called. And Litecoin, it broke out, but that's just the beginning of the breakout. And we'll get into that. But Stratis is looking like it's having the same setup as Litecoin. Everybody hit that like button. Share this out. Ready, what's up, bro? Okay. Too small of a time frame. Getting a lot of noise. So we want to cancel out the noise. All right, so on the 4-hour time frame right here, we're getting a lot of good positive signs. We've already seen a consecutive what time frame is this? Okay, this is the 4-hour. Okay, so we got a bullish Pearson right here, or some people may call this a long leg doji reversal. Either would be. I mean, I would more so go with the long leg doji reversal here, and then we got a upward move. All right, now it's playing along the moving averages. I usually do not like to take trades that are in between the moving averages like this. So wait, you guys can't even see it because it's behind me. So let me move it over here. but I usually don't like to take trades that are in between the moving averages like this, and that's because they can easily take either direction. So even if it's going up and it's in between the moving averages like this, it can still go down and bounce off the moving averages before going up. Um, but I'm not too worried about that. And the reason that I'm not super worried about that is because the moving averages aren't very separated right here, at least right now. Let's get a closer look at that. They aren't too separated, all right? So they can easily tighten back up, and Stratis could close above them, and then we can ride them right all the way up, and use them as a form of a trend line or a level of support, all right, and a reactionary level of support. And that's the good thing about moving averages. So I definitely think that Stratis is going to break out. On my last 2 or 3 live streams, I was calling for Litecoin. Litecoin broke out. Litecoin, I think, is, let's look at Litecoin. Now, matter of fact, let's look at Obsidian first, because that's what the topic is, right? So this is Obsidian, and this is on Cryptopia. All right, right now, Cryptopia is the only place you can get Obsidian. They will be launching on HitBTC tomorrow. So if you're trading on HitBTC, I don't have a HitBTC account, but if you do, you can participate on HitBTC. All right, so this is Obsidian. All right, and right now I have a 2-day layout. Now, quickly, if you guys don't understand how to use this, all right, now these time frames over here would be the overall, whatever the chart is. So if I press 1 day, it's just going to show me the chart, the candles for 1 day, and each one of these candles represents an hour. All right, so this is a 2-day view. So this is information from 2 days, and each one of these candles represents an hour. If they got better charting, a better charting system, I'm pretty sure they would get more volume. So that's something for them to consider. All right, but right here, the bullish volume for Obsidian is picking up. All right, and it's been down to this level multiple times. So let's get just the overall from since launch until now. Well, from listing. Excuse me. So from listing until now, it went up very nicely, right? We caught a long leg doji pivot, all right, and then the bearish continuation into the sell-off. Right back down to a level. I mean, the charting tools aren't great here, so I can't really mark the chart up, but right back down to a pretty good level. All right, or a level where it's been at before. And then the good thing about that is it showed reversal signs. And from this, judging from this candle, we can't really jump the gun here, but it's looking like it's showing signs that the bearish pressure is easing up. So I'm definitely looking for Obsidian to not only take off because they're going to be releasing an actual product soon, a useful product, but it is a fork of Stratis, and I'm very bullish on Stratis right now, just from the whole setup. All right, and even on a higher time frame, you know, because those are the time frames that I like to set my bias from. All right, because that's what it really is, guys. We're biased in either direction. All right, so you may pick a coin, and you may pick that coin because you're bullish and your bias is bullish, or you may not pick that coin because your bias is bearish, whether that be short term or long term. All right, but even on a higher time frame, all right, we got on a higher time frame, we still have the same very strong pattern. All right, this is a very strong pattern. right here. All right, this is a bullish piercing pattern. Now, this isn't a very common pattern. Now, the thing about patterns is the way that you judge a pattern is from some of them are more common, like bullish engulfing patterns or doji reversals, and those are common patterns. But things like bullish piercings, dark cloud covers, evening stars, morning stars, there's certain patterns that they do not happen a lot, because multiple scenarios have to play out for that situation to come. So that's why they're not that common. But when they do come, it's really good. And I keep forgetting that this thing is behind me, so let me move this over. But yes, this is the pattern that I'm talking about here, guys. This pattern right here. All right, these two candles, these make up what you call a bullish piercing pattern. All right. Now, a bullish piercing pattern isn't a common pattern, but it is a very strong pattern. And when you see it, you want to take heed to it, especially when it's in certain locations. So Stratis is looking very, very strong. Let's look at Litecoin, because some of you probably, even though this isn't trading advice, but since I did the technicals on Litecoin in my last 3 live streams, some of you probably did your own technicals and took a position. So let's cover it. All right, so Litecoin Poloniex, and Litecoin is looking very bullish. Matter of fact, let me go to my Bitrix chart, because that's the one that I have drawn up. Yeah, this is the one I have drawn up. All right, so we made the call back here on this candle that Litecoin was looking like it was something to enter. So that was 10/13. All right, what is it, the 16th? So 3 days ago we made the call on this candle, and it was all the way down here. All right, so I said that if I would make the trade, I would jump into the trade and monitor the trade, because if the candle closed all the way down here, it was a very bearish sign. But I said that if the candle pulled back up and they closed relatively the same size, then that's a neutral sign, and I would still be looking. I would stay in the trade and continue looking for bullish evidence. So this is a lot of bullish evidence for Litecoin. And if you weren't able to get into the trade, this actual candle, today's candle, isn't a terrible candle to be looking to get in on. But that's just from the eye test. So let's look a little bit deeper. Let us look a little bit deeper. Okay. Showing from the 4-hour, it's saying that Litecoin could come down a little bit. All right. So the overall picture is looking like it's upward, but the short-term picture, at least maybe for today, lead it up into tomorrow, looks like, yes, looks like it can come down. Now, how can we figure out where can it come down to? That's easy. We go back to the higher time frame, and we pick, because we're not trying to snipe the exact spot. All right, what we're trying to do is just pick possible places where it could come back into. So it could come back into the moving average, the 7 moving average, my lower time frame moving average. So that would be 1,093,000, 1,092,000. Yeah, around there, 1,092,000. Litecoin can possibly come back to. But if it comes back down here, then I would think it's going to sink a little bit more and then pop up. But I would put some buy orders down here at the moving average or a little bit above it. I would put some buy orders down here, but you might not get it. You know, the candle is still active, and the way that Litecoin is looking like it's not going to close below the 14 moving average. It's looking like the 7 is going to creep up. It's going to play sideways. Then we're going to get a bullish crossing, and then it's going to take off. So Litecoin, Stratis, Obsidian, Bitcoin. Those are the things I'm really, really bullish about right now. So another thing what we want to talk about today is Bitcoin value versus USD value. Hold on. Let me check this. Yeah, we want to talk about Bitcoin value versus USD value. Now, when you come to CoinMarketCap, right? When we come to CoinMarketCap, all of these are representations of this. And this is fiat value. All right? Not enough people are talking about this. And not enough, well, whatever. But this is a representation of this. So if it's negative 4%, which is Cardano is negative 4%, that's negative 4% in USD value, and vice versa. Plus 5%, IOTA is up plus 5% USD value. Now, if we look closer into, I want to pick a pair that has multiple. Let's do Litecoin. Well, Litecoin doesn't even have it. Let's do. I'm trying to find one that has the Ethereum pair as well. Let me go. Yes. All right. So now this isn't the perfect situation, but there can be times when you can be up 5%, 6% USD value, but you're losing Bitcoin. You're down 5% Bitcoin value. So that means if you were to put 1 Bitcoin in there, right, and it goes down 5%, that means you now have 0.95 instead of 1 Bitcoin. Yes, you went up in USD value, but you're losing Bitcoin value. So if you cash that out thinking that you're up, you just sold for less Bitcoin. So you would have been better off holding the Bitcoin and not trading any altcoins. That's where a lot of people are losing. A lot of people are losing because they don't understand that. And that right there is one of the big things that you got to understand when investing or trading or even taking positions. All right. When you invest in an ICO, and I always advise people to do a lot of research on these ICOs because most of them are bogus, or they're just going to eventually fail. So if you invest in an ICO, right, you want to remember the Bitcoin value. You want to remember how many Bitcoin you put in there. All right. Because if you're just basing it on USD value, your returns, you're not going to be able to really calculate the return. So I like to look at it, everything in Bitcoin value. If I put 1 Bitcoin into the ICO and I get back 4, then I know, all right, I know I made XYZ percentage. I made X percentage. But if I'm just thinking USD value, now I have to think about how much was the Bitcoin worth at that time? How much do I have now at this time in USD value of that altcoin, and then convert that into how much Bitcoin is worth right now. So it's a lot. So it's just easier to remember or think about things in Bitcoin value. And that kind of segues me into another thing. Microwave cryptocurrency, right, versus undervalued cryptocurrencies. Now, a lot of these cryptocurrencies are microwave cryptocurrencies. What is a microwave cryptocurrency? A microwave cryptocurrency is something like this. Even though, and I hate to do that to Mona because, I mean, a lot of people are telling me it's just a pump and dump or whatever. I don't know. I've heard it's like Dogecoin or whatever. But it's this week's is what's going on this week. And the problem with these type of coins is that it's so easy to make cryptocurrencies that it's always going to, the time that a coin has to have its flavor of the month moment is going to become shorter and shorter and shorter. You know, so jumping from coin to coin to coin to coin to coin and trying to find what's going to be the next big mover as far as from the new crowd is much harder than focusing on what's undervalued overall. Now, something like Obsidian, right? Obsidian raised a very small amount in ICO. And I think Obsidian is undervalued. I'm not getting in Obsidian because it's the flavor of the month or it's this or it's that. I think it's undervalued. So I'm willing to take a small stab at it. If it pays off, it pays off. If it doesn't, I take a little haircut and I go on to the next thing. But trying to find, okay, this week we're doing Mona. Next week we're going to do, you know, there's too many of them. Remember when Omisa Go was not Omisa Go, not Omisa Go, Mobile Go. Mobile Go was like Omisa Go a little while ago. Now nobody talks about Mobile Go, and I'm pretty sure they still have the same fundamentals, the same, but now nobody talks about Mobile Go. Everybody hit that like button. Smash that like button. God damn it. But yeah, I'm telling you that I personally think it's more profitable and also it's more safe for you to try to, if you're looking for things that are undervalued, that's one thing. But if you're trying to get into it because it's what's people talking about, by the time you hear about it, that means it's probably more than halfway on its way to getting dumped. And that's just asking, you know, to get dumped on. For all that, you might as well go do a pump and dump. And speaking about pump and dumps, you guys can't get mad at these pump and dump guys. I've been thinking about it. You can't get mad at them. Especially if they tell you. You can't get mad at them. I've been really thinking about that. And if you're going to do a pump and dump, right, most likely you're going to lose your money. If you're going to be involved in a pump and dump, you have to, as soon as you put the order in, you have to put an order to get out. And it has to be really close. It has to be a scalp move. If you're trying to get into a pump and dump and hold it, right, and hold it for 40%, most likely you're not going to be able to do it unless the pump and dump group that you're with is a very big, well-funded, well-organized group. All right. And the chain link thing, that was organized. That's the reason it went on so long. And it wasn't a pump and dump. It was a pump, hold the price up, right? And hold the price up for so long that I can get my massive amount out. And then after that, it's going to, whatever else happens. You know, because if you take a big position in a cryptocurrency, right, and you take too big of a position, the market has to be able to be held up for you to get out, because you can't just sell your whole position. You're going to crash the price on yourself. So instead of doing these pump and dumps and all that, you might as well donate the money, or you might as well put the money into a cryptocurrency that you think is undervalued, but you think it might be a long shot, but if it hits, it could be big. Put the money in there and forget about it. Just walk away from it. I know $100 and all that may not seem. I was there one time when I only had $100, $1,000, only had 5,000. I only had, you know, but it grows quickly within this cryptocurrency thing. So let's do it. Let's do a cryptocurrency, a Chase's analysis. What coins you guys want to see done? Stellar. I'm mad at myself for Stellar because I did not pull the trigger on Stellar. I knew Stellar was gonna go up. I knew it, and just the same way, I'm like, okay, I feel like Obsidian is gonna go up, even if it's not gonna go up because they have their own product and blah blah blah, and they're their own thing. It's gonna go up because if Stratis takes off, I personally think, in my opinion, Obsidian is gonna follow. It's a fork of Stratis, and the same thing with Stellar and XRP. But the smart money, the smart traders, got into Ripple, rolled it up a little bit, took their initial investment out and put it into XRP because into Stellar, because Stellar performed way better as far as Bitcoin value than XRP. But let's look at Stellar. Where's Stellar at? Look at that. Look at that. That's insane. That's insane. So I knew. I mean, I don't see how people think Ripple was gonna be. I don't see I don't even see $1 anytime soon. I mean, I might be wrong, but I don't see it. But I can see Stellar easily hitting, 1.5, 2 billion. I could see that. So this would be kind of like the better bet. As far as right now, I don't know. They're up a lot, so I wouldn't get in at all. Let me pull the chat up here. Amisa Go is dead. I don't think Amisa Go is dead. I think that I don't know. I don't think Amisa Go is dead. I just think, like I said, the same thing with Lisk. The news, all of the news and different things like that are being factored into the price really quickly, and then when the news doesn't keep coming, it dies down. So within cryptocurrency has the ultimate popcorn mentality. Everything has to be especially like a lot of the people that are getting in now because they've seen and heard about, people's success stories. So, it's a really microwave mentality. So just like Lisk, the news of the rebranding and all that was already factored into Lisk as soon as people started hearing about that. So can Lisk go back up there? Yes, but the only thing that's going to be able to push Lisk up, to me, in my opinion, right now, is if they do the rebranding and the SDK all in one shot. If they do that, that's going to push it up. And then shortly after that, people start talking about developing on it. Then that's going to push it up. Let's do... NEM. I really need to start doing Ethernet instead of Wi-Fi when I'm doing these streams because It really glitches my whole system up. Look at this. Yeah, Ethernet from now on, because this is ridiculous. Hello? What is going on? Wow, it's really not popping up. That took like 10 years. What was there news for them? No, I don't like I like Mac computers, but for the money that you're paying for it, as far as processing power and stuff like that. Was there news? I just need to be plugged into I need to be plugged into Ethernet, because when I do this OBS, like with me on a green screen and stuff like that, and stream, I probably need to go down to 722, but whatever. Was there any news for NEM? What was this pop about? This was a big pop. But the bad thing about this big pop, there's a few good things. The bad thing about this good pop is that it didn't close. I mean, it's not still above, or it's not hanging out in between no man's land. So that's one bad thing. The good thing about this is, even if it closes down here, it's still already showing signs of a reversal pattern. This will still be a reversal pattern. Another good thing about this is that if it closes down here, the market likes to fill out these wicks. All right, so eventually, even if it plays sideways, the market is going to want to test this area to see if, because this is showing resistance. If this was truly like this, if this is truly what it is, then this is representing resistance. This long wick here is representing that this is strong sell pressure up here. So the market is going to want to test that. That's all the market is doing. All right, it goes to an area, right? It hits that area. It bounces off that area, and then it's like, you know what? Let's see how tough that area is, and it goes back into that area. And if that area isn't that tough, it's gonna be broken. So NEM right now, NEM is looking like it's. Let me zoom out. Obsidian is an amateur coin. As far as what? I mean, if you just judging things off of websites, now Tezos is the most successful ICO of all time. They have a terrible website. Terrible. Now, if I was just judging Tezos off of their ICO, off of their website, I would say Tezos is garbage. But Tezos, as far as fundamentals, has a huge opportunity to be a game changer and change the way people even think about designing their blockchains. So, and another one is Veritasium, but Veritasium is different from Tezos. Veritasium has a terrible website. And what he's talking about, what Reggie is talking about pulling off, if he could pull it off, it'll be big. You can't judge it by the website. That's weird. But so Nem is looking like Nem is setting up for a reversal. I do like this pop. I don't know why it happened. I would have to look further. I would have to do some digging to see if there was any news or anything to make it pop like that. But it popped hard. But yeah, bro, you can't. Silver Speed. I haven't seen Silver Speed is stupid. Hold on, let me pull the comments up. Silver Speed said he's months ago, Silver Speed told me he was short in Bitcoin. Months ago, in a live stream, Silver Speed told me he was short in Bitcoin, and he said he's still short in Bitcoin. But if unless you're secretly Bill Gates, Silver Speed, then I know you're lying, because you would have got margin called 1,000 times already. But back to the so back to the comments of a website. Like I said, Tezos has almost $500 million worth of funds raised from the ICO. Yeah, it was 250 million at that time, but including the fork of Bitcoin Cash and the rise of Bitcoin's price, Tezos has the most money. They have almost $500 million, and they're not even launched yet, and their website is terrible. Does that make me not believe in the cryptocurrency? No, because that'd be stupid, and that would be amateurish of me. Because a lot of these ICOs that a lot of you guys are out there doing and looking into these ideas, which make no sense if you really think about them, they have great websites, and they're gonna raise a lot of money, and then they're gonna get stuck on these little side exchanges, and then they probably most likely won't do anything. And they have great websites. Blitz Cash. I've seen you say this multiple times on other people's streams, living off crypto, and I don't know what you get. I'm not even gonna read it out loud, but I don't know what you get from saying that. You're different. Blitz Cash. Is it listed? If it's not listed on because it doesn't. Matter of fact, I think I have seen that on Bittrex. What does what does Blitz Cash do? What's this Blitz? What does Blitz Cash do? And I hope, right? I hope that you're not going to be one of these guys that's going to tell me that you don't know. What is wrong with my computer? Okay. Because somebody was telling me, I think it's, I don't even know how I got this little dot on my screen either, instead of the mouse. But somebody was telling me to look up Pinkcoin, and they were like, look up Pinkcoin, look up Pinkcoin. And then when I asked them, like, hey, what does Pinkcoin do? He had the nerve to tell me that he doesn't know. How? I would never, and I do not get why my computer is freezing so much. I do not get it. Well, I know why, but I don't know why it's doing it so bad today. So yeah, I guess we gotta go Ethernet. We gotta go Ethernet from now on. No more No more Wi-Fi with OBS and live streaming. Blitz Cash, Blitz Cash. And I'm doing this review. Like I said, this is a chance for me to do the coins that you guys are interested in. Like, that doesn't mean that I'm telling you to buy this. That doesn't mean I'm gonna buy it or any of these coins. If I feel like it's bullish from the technicals, that's my opinion of it being bullish on the technicals. That doesn't mean that it's gonna go up, and that doesn't mean I'm telling anybody else to buy it either. Even Obsidian, Stratis, Litecoin, anything like that, I'm not telling you to buy anything. So the overall picture, for a while for Blitz Cash has been downward. All right. The good thing about Blitz Cash is it's showing multiple signs that this is a level that it wants to go up from. All right. So Blitz Cash is showing bullish reversal signs. I'm not going to draw the chart up because I don't think I'm ever going to trade Blitz Cash. But maybe, because I have been thinking about setting a small portion, because like when I trade, I'm trading multiple Bitcoin. I'm putting multiple Bitcoin into each position. I'm not doing like 0.1 or 0.3, because if it goes up, if it doubles, that's still like, it's kind of a waste of time. Now, if I was at that point where I was trying to build an account, it will be different. And for you guys out there, it's not a waste of time for you guys that are trying to build an account. But for me right now, it's I'm trying to trade multiple Bitcoin at a time. So I try to stay away from thin markets like this. Now Obsidian is different. I think Obsidian is undervalued overall. So I'm scaling in multiple Bitcoin, yes, but I'm not looking to trade it. I'm looking to see what Obsidian is going to be worth in January, because I think it's going to be a big pop. So I'm not looking to trade it as far as like these. But that's Blitz Cash. I think Blitz Cash is showing multiple signs of a reversal, and it can possibly come back up to the 98,000 Satoshi range. Almost 100,000, almost 99,000. All right. What other coins you guys want? How long have I been doing this? Probably like a half hour, maybe. Cobbin Hood. Yeah, Cobbin Hood's been on everybody's channel lately. I'm not putting I'm not putting my money in any ICOs right now. It's not worth it. The last ICO I participated in was Tezos, and yeah. And if Tezos doesn't launch by a certain time, then I mean it would be considered somewhat of a loss from me investing in that. But the amount I invested, all right. You guys don't got no coins you want to get done? If not, we gonna wrap this one up. You dig? Blitz Cash, we did Blitz Cash. We did Obsidian. We did XRB. What's that? It's on BitGrail. No, I can only do if it's not gonna be able to be pulled up on TradingView. So that means if it's not on Poloniex, Bittrex, Bitfinex, Coinbase, ADA. Okay, yeah, we could do ADA. This is really pissing me off. ADA, right? I gotta really look into Cardano because I think that that's gonna be. I think that they're using formal verification. So if they're using formal verification, like I think that they are, um, for their smart contracts, then I wanna look deeper into that. Now, Tezos is also using formal verification. So for those of you that don't understand what formal verification is, formal verification is just basically a way of it's mathematically proving that something is correct. So basically, if someone makes a smart contract, they can write these formal proofs, right? These mathematical proofs that this contract does what it says it's going to do. All right. So with a multi-sig contract, you could write a formal proof for the multi-sig that only us three can, only two of the signatures can access the funds, or only these three signatures. So it's basically making smart contracts really secure. And that's one of the things that Ethereum is struggling with, as they don't have secure smart contracts. So Cardano is new, so I'm gonna have to go real low. I'm gonna have to go pretty low on a time frame. Richie, what's up, Richie? Well, you missed my computer freezing. Um, we covered Obsidian. We covered Stratis getting ready, in my opinion, getting ready to take off. We covered a Litecoin, what Litecoin could possibly do. We covered why you should be paying attention to Satoshi value versus USD value. We also covered microwave cryptos versus undervalued cryptocurrencies. And right now we're just doing the crypto chaser analysis, giving everybody a chance to get their coins covered. So this is ADA, ADA, which is Cardano. Um, hmm. Overall, Cardano is in a downward trend. And it's looking like it's going to go down more, honestly. At least in the short term. So we're looking like we're going to come back down into the. So it's looking like it's going to lose maybe 60 satoshis value on a high side. It's looking like it's going to lose like 60 satoshis before, like I said, because that's all the market wants to do. The market wants to test out these areas that it's already been to, right? Just to see if it's truly a level which people consider something to be cheap, or if it's just being held up artificially or by hype. So let me pull up the chat. Qtum. I like the idea of Qtum. Qtum is very comparable to what Tezos is doing. But Tezos is doing it on a more grandiose scale, if you will. So Qtum and Tezos are both modular. So nobody's talking about this right now. I put you up on game. You're welcome. I love you too. But people are going to start talking about this. Blockchains, if this works, because this is a new concept, but Qtum and Tezos both plan to be modular. So any kind of new technology or new kind of innovation within software, like ZK Snarks, that's a new innovation. So Tezos would be able to implement that. And if something else comes up, then they'll be able to implement that too, without hard forking, without, So that's going to be big. And Qtum has very similar goals, but Tezos is doing it more so. Tezos is going to be like a Rubik's Cube. So from here, oh, this is too low. I do like Qtum though. I do like it. Well, I mean, I like what it is that they. Oh yeah, Qtum is showing way bullish signs, and see, this is why it's good to take your time and break down the charts and look at different markets. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that, well, I've been saying this, but the alts, we're getting real close. The alts are getting to the point where they're ready to bounce. They're ready to bounce. They're ready to gain some Bitcoin value. They've been giving us false signals, and we just covered this with giving us what? Yo, Richie, you're distracting me, brother. What is Richie talking about? See, that's the thing though, Richie. It's gonna be able to be like a Rubik's Cube, but it's not gonna be able to just be like, oh, what you want to do? What you want to do, Richie? You want to add that to the coin? Okay, let's add it. No, you're gonna put it on the test net. You're gonna run it on the test net. First of all, we're gonna vote. Do everybody think this is a good idea? Yes. Okay, put it on the test net. It's on the test net. It works. It's safe, right? Okay. Now we're gonna vote again. Y'all sure y'all want to do this? Yes. Okay. Now we can implement it as a ERC20 token at first. It wouldn't be an ERC20 token because it's not Ethereum, but a colored coin or whatever at first. And if it's safe and it brings a lot of value to the network, then we can use our modular aspect and Rubik's Cube type a deal, and we could just implement it. Boom. Now we got that. We don't have to hard fork. We don't have to worry about a chain split. We're modular. That's going to be big within cryptocurrency. A lot of people aren't talking about it. I'm telling you. So yeah, Qtum, I'm bullish Qtum. On overall, from the technicals, it's looking like Qtum is showing a lot of bullish signs. And the thing that I like about Qtum is, right, we got a bullish crossing here from the moving averages, right? That's just a confirmation of what's happened, right? So we got a bullish crossing, but we closed above the moving averages, all right? But this is the thing about trading, though, that you're gonna have to watch out for. Let's say I'm like, okay, I like this trade, right? And I want to get into it. Trades that close like this with volume candles so far away, this trade, this candle right here, it may shoot down all the way back into the moving averages right here. All right, it may shoot down back into the moving averages. So the thing that an amateur trader would do is say, okay, yeah, this is looking bullish. I did my technicals. I want to get in, right? And he'll get in, and then the market will push down, which it naturally does because it's so far extended from the moving average. I mean, it could easily just go straight up, but there's a good chance that it will pull down into the moving average, right? Pull back up, and then the next candle will push up. That's how the market moves, right? So knowing that the market moves like this, you got to be ready for that. Every time, any trade I take, right? Any trade I take, when I get into the trade, if I get into the trade and I'm down 7% within the first hour, I'm not even worried. Even if I'm down 10% within the first day, I'm not worried, because I know that I did my technicals. And that's why I break the chart down the way that I do to you guys, with you guys. I go from the daily, right? And I say, okay, the overall outlook of the chart, the overall outlook of the direction of the chart of whatever we're doing is downward. So this is just an example. The overall direction on the daily time frame for QTIM is downward, right? But on a lower time frame, it is showing signs that it could do this. All right. So that's the reason why I don't panic, because if I get into a trade and I'm saying the overall outlook for this trade, let's say NEO for example, is bullish, but on a 4 hour and an hour it's showing that NEO could pull back 7-8%. I don't care, because the overall is bullish. Now if it's just pulling back on me and drawing down on me for days and days, and it breaks a certain level, then I have to consider to start scaling out of the trade or just completely close the trade. Let's check out the chat. Any other coins? Oh, ETC, yeah. We were doing ETC, right? We did ETC. We did ETC. We did ETC 2 days ago. Yeah, I think I did a video about that. ETC or Cardano outshining ETC, right? We did that. Yeah, this is terrible. I have to, yeah. No more Wi-Fi. I mean, I do have my tablet and my iPhone. Maybe if I turn one of those off. Ethereum Classic. So, from what I've been reading up on, right? Ethereum Classic is putting out some things that are basically going to draw the line in the sand a little bit deeper. All right, as far as differentiating Ethereum Classic and Ethereum. Now, there's one bad thing about this. Right? There's one bad thing about this. But before I get into the bad thing, right? Everybody hit the like button. All of you. Everybody hit the like button. Right? So the thing that's bad about Ethereum Classic right now is that Ethereum itself isn't looking too bullish as far as Bitcoin value. All right. So I just don't see Ethereum Classic gaining a lot of Bitcoin value when Ethereum, the mother chain. Some people argue that, you know, Ethereum Classic is the real chain, blah blah blah. But the main chain, which is Ethereum, they're not looking really bullish right now as far as Bitcoin value. So it's hard for me to see. And then we're getting multiple signs. We're getting multiple signs that Ethereum Classic is coming down. And the the most outstanding sign to me is the fact that these moving averages right here are super tight, right? And since they're super tight like this, it's going to take a lot of volume for Ethereum Classic to not only push above them, but to close above them. So it's not, look, and as we speak, it's not looking really good for Ethereum Classic as far as right now. Now, getting closer to whatever news that it is that they have coming out, we may get some reversal signs there. But right now, no. Right now, the technicals aren't looking. Have I taken any new positions today? No, I haven't. I haven't taken any new positions today. Um, I had the Litecoin position. It popped. I scalped off of my Litecoin position, but I'm looking for a re-entry into Litecoin. I am starting to scale into Stratis. I've been scaling into Obsidian for days now. So those are the coins that I'm looking at. I'm looking at Obsidian. I'm looking at Stratis, and I'm looking at Litecoin. Right. With the whole Bitcoin gold thing, I thought about it. I'm pretty sure that everyone is aware that you can make much more money off of alts pumping than Bitcoin gold. So I already did Cardano. You're gonna have to go back and live stream. I don't think anybody is gonna even be worried about Bitcoin gold. So I think it's gonna definitely come back to a point when the alts bounce. And they're already showing signs that they're ready to bounce. They are ready to bounce. Now, if Bitcoin doesn't break 6,000 soon, and it doesn't fall too much, alts are going to break out. Alts are going to definitely start to break out. One by one. Different ones, they're just going to start popping up and breaking out. All right, so that's what I'm banking on. If it goes up a lot more, alts may dip a little bit more. I think a lot of them, the people that want to sell already sold, and the people that want to hold are holding. So some of them are going to hold really well. Some of them are going to sell off a little bit more. And then we're going to start to get some spillover. What do I think about lending platforms like BitConnect? I think two things about it. I should have turned on my light. I always forget to put my light on. I think two things about them. I think that it's not sustainable long term because it could go for a long time. It could go for multiple years. But I just don't think it's sustainable for long longevity. The people that promote it, I don't look down on them. At first I was like, dang, these people, because I went through that. I've done multiple multi-level marketing things in my life, and most of the reasons why I quit them is because I just feel bad. I just feel bad at the end when they crumble, and the people that are, I told it about it, or they signed up for this, and then they're just they're so confused, and I'm, then it's that's why I always quit. But with these multi-level marketing type of things, most of the people, they're just chasing a dream, so, and I think deep down inside, they know that this dream isn't achievable. And I think that they know that the reason that a lot of the people that are succeeding in the thing is because a lot of people flock to them, so if a bunch of people sign up under you, right? And you're successful, and the people below you aren't as financially successful. Obviously, the person that's at the top is successful because of the people below him or the people below her. And I know people think about those things, but they ignore it because they, dollar and dream. So I don't think it's sustainable. I don't think that the people that are promoting it are scamming people. I thought about that long and hard. I don't think so. I wouldn't do it though. Is Chainlink a scam? No, I don't think Chainlink's a scam. I tried to get into the Chainlink ICO. And I didn't, for some reason they didn't send me my whitelisting. They were supposed to send me an address. They never sent it to me. Any more coins before we get up out of this one? And I've been trying to, keep the live streams going and, not really put a time on it because I'm trying to build back up my flow and, all that good stuff. Everybody pound that like button. So I'm trying to, let people come and I got all the time in the world. I'm not doing nothing. If I'm not here trading and playing a little Destiny here and there, go outside, I don't do much. I don't have to do much. What? What do you mean IOTA is closing to U.S. traders on November 9th? What does that mean? Oh, IOTA. Oh, it's closing to U.S. Oh, yeah, on Bitfinex. Yeah. IOTA is a funny one. IOTA is funny because it's really unproven. Not the fact that it's unproven. It's just really early. I look at IOTA as how Bitcoin was when Satoshi and, those dudes were just playing with it between themselves. But IOTA is like that, but it's on a much bigger scale and it's worth billions already. So that's what I look at IOTA as. Is crypto ping useful? Still holding on to those coins. I never participated in the ICO. Are they useful? The last time I checked the site, I did go back to the site because, I like to go back and check on things that I've talked about. And when I went back to the site, I think they were saying that the subscription service is coming soon. So what Crypto Ping is going to need to be successful is they're going to have a nice user interface where traders, all kind of cryptocurrency traders can come and publish their trades and people can follow. And a subscription, if it's nice, if it's visually nice and they can get people to want to do it, then they'll be successful. So I mean, I would. If you don't need the money like dire, then give it some time. That's the thing about these ICOs too. That's the thing about ERC20 ICOs too. I blame this on ERC20 ICOs. As far as the speed, you do an ICO and then when it's done, you get your coins in 3 days or something like that. When I was doing ICOs, you had to wait. When I was like really into it, you had to wait months. You had to wait a long time. You know how long I waited for Descent? You had to wait. Yeah, live in crypto, West Side. Yeah, you live on the West Side? Back to ETH. Why was the today's ETH price almost untouched? As far as what? We just spoke about that. As far as what? We talking Bitcoin value? What we talking? We talking USD value? We talking Satoshi? What we talking? You gotta let me know what we talking about. Oh, you from Oakland? Okay, I never been to Oakland. Neo, Neo. I'm not even gonna do the Neo chart because I did it multiple times in my last ones. But this is what I'm gonna say about Neo. Neo. If you were following my trade when I started the 1 to 10 Bitcoin challenge, I'm still doing that, by the way, guys. I just put it. I'm st- I'm not focusing on it as much because the market is it's so shaky. It's so like I won't be able to put out a lot of videos doing that right now. The market needs to be a little bit more so bullish sentiment. But Neo, I'm bullish Neo overall, but right now they the supply is gonna double is gonna add like 20 million coins, right? So even if they're not going directly to the exchange, people are gonna think, that it could go to the exchange. So Mr. Low Bottoms, no problem. I did see. This is the thing. I don't have all the time to research all these coins. I don't. That's why a lot of the this is how you do it. This is how you do it. Well, this is how I do it. A lot of all these ICOs and all that out the window. Out the window. And most, I don't know. That's going to alleviate a lot. Unless you got a little team. Now, if you got a little team, then it helps. But your team has to know what they're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these ICOs, if you people really sit back and think about it, their ideas are really stupid. Or the idea is really going to be really difficult to achieve or to even pull off that. Or even if they do pull it off, it's an idea where you're trying to disrupt Google. Yeah, you know how hard it's going to be to disrupt Google? So right then and there, that's dumb. Let's skip past that. It's just either, so if a project is too ambitious, I'm skipping over it. If it's too stupid, I'm skipping over it. If it's an app coin, if it's just an app coin, I may skip over it as well. Because yeah, you might be able to get a 2-3x from an app coin, maybe in an ICO, but you got to be looking for those protocols. You got to be looking for things that other things can be built on top of. That's why that's another reason why I'm really bullish Obsidian as well, because it's a fork of Stratis. You can build things on top of Stratis. With Stratis, you can build things with Obsidian. So people clog themselves with, because if you're properly vetting these ICOs and all of these new coins, and you're not going to be able to do it. You're not. So I eliminate that right off the back by skipping all of that. I get ICO offers all the time. I've been getting that from since I was doing interviews about waves, and I've been getting that since then. I didn't start to do that. Why? Because I automatically, why? Because these things they're either too ambitious or too dumb. Or it's a good idea, but they might run out of funding before. 0x is a protocol. You can launch other exchanges from 0x, right? That's one of the things that 0x can do. Now, if 0x is something where it's 0x and it allows you to launch exchanges from it and build different exchanges and different things, then yes, it's a protocol. Now, the main difference between a app coin and a protocol, the protocol is the underlying layer. The app coin is just like that's something is if one, it's usually built on top of something else. So a lot of the things that are built on top of Ethereum are app coins. Those coins are specific to those apps. How long have we been doing this? I feel like I've been doing this. I feel like I've been in here forever. Yeah, I'm saying when I mentioned the decent thing, it's because I mentioned that because I waited almost like 8 or 9 months to get decent tokens from the ICO. Right now, people because of the way the ERC20 tokens are, they can come out really quickly. They can release the token. It's nothing for them to release the token. Just because they release the token to you doesn't mean that they have the software for whatever it is that they said they're going to do. All right. So, but because ERC20's 20 tokens they can come out so quick, a lot of people have based their ICO investment strategy on whether they can get the coins quickly or not. And that's a big deciding factor, which is stupid if you really think about it, which is so stupid. And that's why a lot of these ICOs are coming out and tanking. They're coming out and they're tanking. And people don't understand what's really going on, right? The pre-sale investors are getting huge discounts, right? And then the price goes up in the ICO, and then you buy in, right? And then the price launches. So even if the coin launches at the exact ICO price, right? The pre-salers can sell to make profit. You will sell and break even. People are not even aware of what's going on. So just because you can get the cryptocurrency quickly does not make it a good investment. And people are catching on to that. That's why you're not getting the crazy 2, 3, 4 X's out the gate. A lot of these coins are coming out and tanking, or giving you not even 1x. Nexus is in trouble. Living off crypto. So sometimes you say like really trollish things, and then sometimes you come with some facts. So that's why it's like it's hard to know how to even come at you. All right. Pivx. Yeah, the hype is real with Pivx. The hype is real with Pivx. What's the ticker for Pivx? What's up with the Craig Grant YouTube ads? Craig Grant is a smart dude. Craig Grant is a smart dude. And a lot of guys are looking at it like he's in the business of cryptocurrency, but really he's in the business of, right now at least with BitConnect, network marketing. So since he's network marketing, he needs to get his message out there. So the smart way to get your message out there would be to do, ads, Facebook ads, all that stuff. So I'm not mad with him. Some people are really, really mad. I think it boils down to a little bit of hate, because he does show off a lot of money a lot of Bitcoin. He shows off way more Bitcoin than I would. Why is my computer freezing so much? He shows off a lot more Bitcoin than I would be comfortable with showing off. But then again, like I said, he's a smart dude. And why is he a smart dude? Because he understands it's a show game. With a business like that, with my cryptocurrency, right? What I'm doing, I don't have to come out here and show you guys my holdings. If I did, maybe it would convince, I don't know what it would do, but I don't have to. Because if I say something that you're into, if I say, oh, this coin is bullish, in my opinion, and you're into that coin, you're going to be like, yeah, I agree with this guy. With network marketing, I have to show you like the carrot, and that's the carrot. I'm showing you 50 Bitcoin is the carrot. I don't have to show you 50 Bitcoin for me to give you good things cryptocurrencies that I think are good. I don't have to give you 50. I don't have to show you anything. Well, I had 6 Bitcoin. I showed 6 Bitcoin in one of my trading accounts. And I thought about that. I was like, I'm not doing that anymore. And that's only 6 Bitcoin. Why am I not doing that anymore? Because that's not smart. He pays a lot to promote. Yeah. And he's making great money for that. He said Craig Grant is using his subscribers. He has tons of affiliates. It's the only reason he's making money. I mean, but that's duh. You can't hate the player, hate the game. You can hate network marketing, right? But you can't hate Craig Grant or Trayvon. You can't hate them. And this is my opinion. You can't hate them. You can hate network marketing, but you can't hate them for being a part of network marketing and for talking to people and other people giving them money. Can't be mad at them for that. You gotta hate the game, not the player, because it's gonna be other people out there that's gonna do the same thing. If you hate Craig Grant, that means secretly you're just hating on the amount of money that he's showing you. And that means secretly you don't have that much amount of money. And it means secretly, if you had that much money and you were a big BitConnect sponsor, you know what I'm saying, you would be happy. And I see this is what I'm saying. And I don't want this to turn into a episode about BitConnect and Trayvon, and because I like those dudes. I don't have any problem with them, right? But I don't know. That system. I think that it's kind of false hope. You know, he's like selling a false hope. But the people on the other end of the system know what's up. That's it. And they don't have to. Mr. Lowbottom say he stopped following them because he can't learn much from them. See, and that's why I disagree. It depends on what business you're in, Mr. Lowbottom. Mr. Lowbottom, you sound like you're in the business of. Let me pause that. Everybody go pound that like button. Share this out. And hit subscribe as well. Mr. Lowbottoms, you sound like you're in the business of trying to learn how to trade or make good trades and trading and investing. If you're in trading and investing, those might not be the best channels for you. But if you're into network marketing, Trayvon James and Craig Grant they're beastie. They know what they're doing when it comes to that. So if you want to do that, then you should follow those guys. But if you want to trade and you want to invest in cryptocurrency and grow it like that, then those might not be the best channels. Just like Omar's channel or box mining. If you want to get If you want to see what's going on for the day and not have to go look a bunch of places, those are great channels for that. If you want to probably make some trades and stuff like that and find some undervalued coins, and those might not be the best channels for that. If you want to be a network marketer and learn how to engage your audience and build a following and what moves to make, Trevon James, go follow those guys. But if you want to just have your Bitcoin and make some trades and invest in some undervalued altcoins and stuff like that, follow me. There's other guys. There's a bunch of other guys. Yes, bestiality. Oh, come on. See, live in crypto. You're different, man. Smash that like button, everybody. Ethereum Classic is my favorite coin. Did I miss him? Mooncall. Oh, see, the thing I said about Ethereum Classic is they are bringing out things to set the line in the sand a little bit deeper. So what I mean by that is they're going to bring out some things that are going to differentiate. I can't even speak. Differentiate them from Ethereum. But Ethereum right now isn't looking super bullish as far as Bitcoin value. So since it's not looking super bullish Bitcoin value right now, I'm not super bullish Ethereum Classic Bitcoin value. They do have some news coming up. I have to look further into that, and I may change, and the technicals may start to change getting closer to that. And this is just my opinion. That doesn't mean that this is just my opinion. If you want to learn, Live in Crypto says, if you want to learn about technical analysis, chase that coin, tone vase, node investor, data dash. Yes. Those are all, see, we all fit in that kind of trading and investing box. There's the news and what's going on box with Omar and box mining. Then there's the let's do lending programs and network marketing and cloud mining, which is Trevon and Craig Grant, and whichever one you want to be a part of, it's nothing wrong with that. That's the message that I want to start spreading too. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, there are people within the network marketing that make up total lies and exaggerate to the fullest to get people to sign up under them, and that's what gives that area another layer of scumminess. Pound that like button, god damn it. Yeah. See, right now we're not in the chat. We're not watching the video. This is the chase. We're all in the chase together right now. The chase don't stop. Ivan on Tech. I like Ivan on Tech as well. I did a video about box mining a couple months back. I think he had like 400 subscribers. Because it's one of those channels. They're doing the news and covering stuff like that is good because sometimes you're not going to want to, or everybody doesn't have a chance to get up and go to all these different sites to gather the news. So they gather pieces and they put it together in one place. That's something that that people are going to look for. Are you all eating are you guys eating your vegetables? No, seriously, on a serious note, cryptocurrency, if you're in this, you better be thinking long term. So if you're thinking long term and you want to be able to spend Bitcoin and enjoy your Bitcoin when it's at 100,000, you're going to have to be healthy. So get your vitamins, do your push-ups, eat your vegetables. And if you're going to, ease up off the steak, you can still do a steak and potatoes. But let's be healthy. Get some silver and gold. The only reason I'm gonna go, I have a few silver rounds, but cryptocurrency, baby. I'm investing in things that have the most upside. And right now, in my opinion, cryptocurrency has the most upside. People, they were wringing that ICO towel dry, so that's, but hey, everybody go in there and pound that like button, baby. He who holds the longest wins. Um, and for the most part, yeah. But you gotta know when to sell too. Exercise, make fresh juice, smoothies. Let's get healthy. Yes. No, seriously. On a serious note, that's nobody not talking about that. How are we gonna really? The maximum potential for cryptocurrency is a few years out. If you're not healthy and you fall over and get a heart attack and you're the only person that know your private keys, you know what you're doing? All you're doing is really thinning out the amount. You're actually that's actually a deflationary mechanism because your coins are off the market now. Nobody can get them. You died because you wanted to just eat steak all day and not eat no vegetables. Now you dead. Now nobody has your private keys. Your kids, nobody knows them, and your coins are just stuck. Now the price. Now there's less than 21 million bitcoins. What do I do for a living? Well, that's a difficult question because technically, I still do have a union book. I'm a union construction worker technically, but I shelved my book, so I don't work. I have a job, but I don't work. I choose not to work. So my book is shelved, but I do have a book. What do I do to pay myself? I trade. I trade. I invest in cryptocurrencies. Um, I have a few people in real life that they sit down and they pay to sit with me and just get my overall views and opinion before I bring them to you guys. So I'm always gonna bring it to you guys, but there's people that they want to have that first like sit down and talk to me, and so I do that as well. But on paper, I do have a union book. When did I buy my first Bitcoin? I bought my first Bitcoin. It was $220. This was early 2015, I think. Either late 2014 or early 2015. I found out about Bitcoin earlier than that, though, through a poker site. I used to play a lot of poker. And that was one of the ways you could have deposited your money. So I learned about it, but I ignored it because I at that time I wanted to be a professional poker player. But yeah, and I learned about it. I think it was one of those videos, which is better, investment, Bitcoin or gold, because I was looking to buy gold at that time. I had some money and I wanted to invest it into something. And I rediscovered Bitcoin, and I researched it for like 3 months, and then I was like, you know what? I took the leap, and I took $220 it was that price at that time, and I bought a Bitcoin, and then 2 days later, I continued to research it, and the first thing I thought was, how am I going to keep this Bitcoin safe? It's digital. I know people, and I know there's hackers out there, and I know they could take it from me. And then I discovered the Trezor 2 days later. So I bought a Bitcoin at $220. 2 days later, I spent $100 and bought a Trezor. A year later, I started to make videos. That's when I met Ty Zen. He invited me on his show, and then I broke up with my girlfriend. I took a long break from content making. Um, and I still was involved in cryptocurrency and trading, but I just wasn't making content. I just was like, I need a break. And now I'm back. It's alt season starting. Is alt season starting? From the technicals, it looks like it's starting to bounce. The alts look like they're ready to bounce. Will alt season begin before or after Bitcoin peaks? See, it depends. It depends. It can either happen two ways. Bitcoin can start going up even more, and the money can start spilling over into alts, rising, rising at all the boats, or Bitcoin can shoot up, come to a certain point, people start doing some technicals and see that the buy side pressure is weakening, and then as they see that it's weakening, they can start to pull their money and put them in alts. So I don't know, but those are the two scenarios. How much money do I make an hour? I'm not going to tell you how much money I make an hour, but just know that the career that I'm involved in, right? The union that I'm involved in, it's classified as the second most dangerous job in the United States of America, right? And I make more than 85% of New York State residents. That's what I'll tell you. So I make more money than 85% of New York State residents. So yes, you see me with a button-up shirt, but on paper, I'm a union worker. So this is just what I was wearing today. So no more iron worker. No, iron workers, I make way more than iron workers. Nah. But I work with iron workers on, they're there as well. Don't say pipe fitter as well, because I'm not a pipe fitter. You'll boil it down, but you're close. But I make good money when I choose to work, and I don't have to work, so I'm not choosing to work. I'd rather sit at home, trade, and play PlayStation. Yes, I am a hitman. I'm killing these charts. Killing these charts. All right, guys, this one is getting all dragged out, but who knows? We might get back on for another live stream later, depending. Everybody hit that like button before you leave. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell next to it so you can be notified when I do these live streams. All right. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Share this around. What? I can't tell you which altcoin is going to pump first, man. This is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be able to show you how to pick your own altcoin. I'm not trying to give you the fish. I'm trying to teach you how to fish. So if you want to learn how to fish, stay tuned. Keep chasing that coin, ladies and gentlemen.